Hey friends, Allison here, dropping in to share with you some new inspiration for the Scrapbook Nerd. I have a double page layout to share with you today. One page is a traveler's notebook size layout. The other page is a 6x8 pocket page. So I'm starting off with the traveler's notebook size page. It measures roughly 3 3/4 inches wide by 8 1/4 inches tall, and I'm using products from Vicki Boutin print shop. I just love this collection. I'm using 2 of the pattern papers from the 6x8 paper pad to layer over top of a piece of cardstock, which is my layout base. They are slightly smaller than the 3 3/4 by 8 1/4 inches tall. On top of those 2 pattern papers from print shop, I have a panel that is going over top. I printed my journaling on it. I typed it on my computer at home and then printed it off directly onto textured white cardstock. And at the top of that page is my title, and it says this. I used my Cricut to draw and cut this piece of paper, and I'll be using products from print shop to supplement the title and build it up. So you'll see that in just a moment. The little white layout base was slightly too long for the pattern paper it is going to be sitting on top of, so I trimmed that down a little bit and now it's ready to go. So I'm pulling out some Vicki Boutin washi tape. The washi tape is actually from Color Study, and it is going to go in between my title and the journaling underneath it. So I'm just making sure that it is straight, which it wasn't. It took me a little bit of time to get it straight. And then once that's done, I will trim off the edges. Actually, I think I was going to cut the edges off and then decided just to fold them under the white cardstock. Either way works. I just chose to do it this way because it was a little bit quicker. So with that out of the way, I'm going to the puffy sticker sheet and pulling out some of the puffy stickers. I have a phrase here that says loving this. It's going to go down at the bottom of the page. I will attach it with some liquid glue just to be sure that it stays put. And I'm using my tweezers as well just to help me visualize the center of that white mat. And then I will put that down. I wanted to be sure there was enough space between the bottom of the journaling and the little phrase sticker that I just attached to the bottom of the page, because I wanted to add a puffy star above the phrase as well. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out where the best placement is. I do overlap the phrase with the star just a little bit. I didn't need to do that in the end, but I'm actually happy with the way that it works out because there's a nice little margin between the top of that star and the journaling. I'm going back to the sticker sheet and pulling out another phrase that says right now, and that's going to be layered over top of this. So the entire title is going to be this right now. This layout is all about some of my current favorites, and those favorites are listed in the journaling, which, as I said earlier, was typed on my computer and then printed with my Epson printer. And then the title up at the top. I added another puffy heart sticker to the whole title cluster as well, just to finish that off. I'm moving to the pocket page now. It is a 6x8 pocket page, has 4 pockets in it that are 3x4 inches each. And in the last pocket, I'm going to add this little 3x4 inch piece of pattern paper, also from the 6x8 paper pad, as a journal card. I just love the striped pattern paper. It's so pretty. It was one of the ones that really caught my eye when I first flipped through it. I don't know, it makes my heart happy. So I thought I had this idea to cut the phrase perfect in half and then attach it to the 3x4 inch card on an angle. And then I'm going to add some puffy heart embellishments to jazz it up a little bit as well. I'm using liquid glue to attach them again, just to be sure nothing falls apart. It did take a little bit of finagling to get things set properly, but once I was happy with where everything was, I used liquid glue to attach them. I do cut off the bottom portion of the F in perfect so that it falls off the journal card, which I'm fine with as well. And then here comes the hearts that I wanted to add as well. I'm just trying to figure out where about I want them. I want them to fill in some of the empty space in between the two parts of the word perfect. And once I figure out where I want it, I'm able to move on. You probably noticed my glue kind of blow up there. I'm reaching the end of the bottle, and I find when I reach the end of the bottle, it gets to be really temperamental and I couldn't get glue out, and then suddenly it just all come out at once. So anyways, cleaned up that little bit of a mess, and I am carrying on. So the rest of the pockets in this pocket page are actually going to be photos. They are all black and white. I printed them at 3 by 4 inches, and I'm just going to leave them as they are, au naturel, in their pockets. I don't think I add any. I do add a little bit of embellishments, pardon me, to the top left photo in the pocket page. I have a little phrase that I created with my Cricut that I am matting to just a tiny little piece of leftover pattern paper from a Cocoa Vanilla collection that I have in my stash. And then I'm going to use another puffy heart to embellish this photo here, using liquid glue again to adhere everything and ensure that it stays put. That's it for me, friends. You will find this collection in the shop at Scrapbook Nerd. I will leave the link in the description box down below so that you have an easy time finding it. And here are the close-ups. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed my video and you were inspired, and I will be back again soon with more inspiration. Bye, friends.